Finally, Franky's training arc begins, the Monster Trio upgrade. Hi everyone, it's Flying Panda. Since the end of Wano, we've seen some nice upgrades with the Monster Trio, this being Luffy, Zoro and Sanji. But one character I always felt that had the potential to be as strong as anyone, and with the right upgrades, that would be Franky. During the time skip, when he was on his own, Franky used Vegapunk's blueprints to drastically refigure his body, repairing the damage he accidentally caused himself and replacing some old functions his body used to have with better and more powerful implements. Now, entering Egghead Island, this would be the perfect place for Franky to upgrade himself, his own version of a training arc. Now the first thing, why is it called Egghead? A definition of this can be a person with intellectual interests or pretensions, a brainy person. If you love to read, you were considered an egghead, and there was absolutely nothing worse than to be considered an egghead. Or it could be a play on Dr. Robotnik, a fictional character and the primary antagonist of Sega's Sonic the Hedgehog franchise. Even though his name is Dr. Robotnik, his other name was Dr. Eggman. Eggman is an immense intellectual with an IQ of 300 or even more. Having inherited his genius from a family of brilliant scientists, he possesses overwhelming scientific knowledge, his most well-known ability. Noted to be the world's greatest scientist and a true genius with robotics. Possessing a renowned authority and expertise on robotics, along with having an unparalleled mastery of robotic engineering and technological skills, he is a brilliant inventor. Doesn't that sound like the description of Dr. Vegapunk, who too is a leading scientist in the deployment of the Marines? His work includes discovering the secrets and use of sea stone, the secrets of how their fruit powers work, the co-discovery of lineage factor and its applications, and various other scientific achievements that are said to be at least 500 years ahead of current technology. He hails from the technical advanced Karakuri Island. When Vegapunk was young, he modified the local animals of Karakuri Island into cyborgs, such as beetles, lions and gorillas, and snakes to use as labor force to build an in-ground heating system for the island's people. He was never able to finish it due to his young age, as well as the lack of skills and funding necessary to make it a reality. It is visible from the island as two giant boats lodged in the mountain. Because of this, the people found his kindness to be all the warmth they need. Now, is this the origin to the name Egghead Island? Before I stop out of Vegapunk, I also made a theory that he created the space pirates with Lindbergh from the Revolutionary Army, and of course his long egghead. So check that out if you haven't. Now, let's talk about Franky. From the beginning, when we see the massive cyborg number 12 in chapter 1061, not the fake girl Vegapunk, we see that Franky was absolutely fascinated by it, but doesn't look like the art drawing from older, if Franky turned 50 years old. To be honest, we have seen some similarities in this chapter with Franky's past designs as well. From what we have seen of Vegapunk's creation, there is nothing special from the previous island that Franky can learn from, so maybe it's more towards the lineage factor, or even enabling the devil fruits into weapons, or even the sunny go. Franky rejected Ace's flame fruit due to knowing he would not be able to swim again, but can he find a way to infuse the power without losing that ability? Franky is already a walking multi-devil fruit machine, so this will not benefit him at all. One of the ways he can use it is to maximize the new technology from this island to upgrade the General Franky. But how, we wonder? It would be great that he has some ability where he can finally use hockey attacks. Wouldn't that be amazing? Or even better, as I mentioned in a video a few years ago, the General Franky can be used as an armor protection for Monster Point Chopper. In that video I explained about there already being toys of Mecha Chopper, so why not? We already seen the Metal Shark number 3 being a real animal. Would this be possible to now for Chopper to wear it and Franky can still control it? Chopper being Cyborg Chopper. This will lead on to Franky not needing a General Franky anymore, and instead upgrading himself, and we will be a better fighter capable of fighting Yonko level commanders. But what will be this upgrade? How would Franky be upgraded? If I were to guess, then it might have to do with liqueur iron ore, which was mentioned in chapter 803. Liquid iron ore has not been seen, but it does have distinguished features since Koala noticed its presence in stolen weapons. It's very rare, as only some countries are said to have it. It can be used to build tools such as weapons. I always theorized it to be a liquid metal, and when you think of it connecting with Franky, also known as Cyborg, then another film comes to mind. This film was Terminator 2, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger. The Terminator is an efficient and relentless killing machine with a perfect voice mimicking ability and a powerful metal exoskeleton covered by living tissue that disguises it as an human. Now, we've already seen this with the pacifistas, but there was another Terminator which was seen in the film, and that was the T-1000. The T-1000 is described in Terminator 2 as being composed of liquid metal or mimetic polyalloy. It can manipulate to assume various forms. Aside from being able to camouflage itself by assuming the appearance of a nondescript object or take on the likeness of other humans that it terminates in pursuit of its goals, the T-1000's shape-shifting abilities enable it to form its hands into stabbing blades, slice through physical openings by using its liquid form, and reform itself from any physical damage. Franky used Warple metal for the Iron Pirate General Franky. It's a shape memory alloy that can be restored to its pre-configured shapes, being used to create merger modes in the components of General Franky. But with liqueur iron ore, we just create the liquid metal which replicates this form. Imagine this: an enemy punches Franky and just gets stuck or goes through him, or even better, Franky is able to heal himself so easily. The Straw Hats have come a long way since their beginning in East Blue, and today they are a size of 10, the number Luffy decides he wants his crew to be all the way back when he first met Kobe. There are currently 4 members who have Devil Fruit powers, being 3 Paramecias. What is missing here is a Logia, the final major category of Devil Fruits that exists. I used to feel like at some point one of the members will gain a Devil Fruit, but if Franky gains his liquid metal, would that be satisfying enough to not even have a Logia Devil Fruit user? Oda brings up how he previously mentioned wanting to draw a mecha manga after One Piece. He says, just as he had always mentioned in the past, that he gave up on the idea after drawing mecha into One Piece. He feels like everything he ever wanted to draw is packed into One Piece. So don't be surprised if Franky was the upgrade that Oda Sensei always desired. Anyway, thanks for watching the video. What do you think? Do you think this is actually Franky's training arc? Is he getting upgrades in this arc? Please leave comments down below of what you think. Anyways, please click like, and if you haven't, please subscribe to Flying Panda, and I'll see you in the next videos. As you know, we got a Twitter account, meet us there. We got a Facebook, join us there. And also we got a Discord channel with over 2,000 members. We're a great admin team, great members. We always talk about our One Piece theories in this channel. We always talk about One Piece in general. We talk about films. We talk about games. So if you haven't already, see you there on the Discord channel.